What's up, boys and girls? Bookie here. So today I'm bringing you guys a little funny story which happened to me about 3-4 weeks ago. So I was just at university coming back and I was just hopping onto the bus, and it's my first time catching this new bus and it was pretty packed, so I was actually the first in line, so I just walked out straight onto the back of the bus, and I was with a couple of my mates as well. And when the bus was starting to crowd on, I noticed this one guy, he was harassing all the people at the back of the line, and he was just talking to them and everybody was just shoving him away. I couldn't actually understand him because of course I was at the back of the bus through the glass window, so I was actually just spectating, just watching. I couldn't actually hear anything, so I didn't know really what was happening, but you could definitely see that no one wanted to speak to this old dude. And he was probably about in his 50s. He did look pretty, I don't know, he kind of looked like the typical homeless kind of person, but one of those guys that are all into like the drugs, the alcohol and the smoking and all that kind of stuff. He was about 50-ish, probably like of a wog decent, with big fucking mullet, and he's a little skinny little creature, but yeah, you could definitely see no one really wanted to talk to him, and I don't know what he was asking for or whatever. But when he comes onto the bus, we're just all watching him. I told my mates, oh look at this guy. We're watching him, he just walks onto the bus, doesn't pay or anything, and bus driver doesn't even say anything to him, so we didn't even know what was going on. But then we're just watching him. As soon as the bus took off, the guy, the 50-year-old homeless dude, I don't even know if he's homeless, but he went up to the first person on the bus and he'll talk to them. I don't know what he was saying because of the distance I was away from him, but then they'll talk for about, I don't know, 10 seconds, and then that guy he was talking to would just shake his head in and he'd walk off to the next person, and he'll go from one side of the bus to the other and ask every single person. And by the time he got to about halfway through the bus, then I could actually hear what he was saying, and he was asking for some bus money and to pay for his bus trip. And the girl right in front of me, she just turned around and spoke to me. She's just like, oh, this guy, he's a regular, he always does this every single day. And we didn't know because this was the first time catching that bus, but yeah, she just let us know because we were talking about him. And then I was actually really tired from university. I think I finished at like 5 o'clock and started at about 8 o'clock, so it was a full day. I was fucking tired as, and I just wanted to cheer myself up a little bit, so I wanted to make the boys laugh. So when he came to us, I had a little plan ready to actually, yeah, make a little funny incident. So by the time he came to us, he just started having little conversations like, oh, how are you, mate? How are you going? What's your name? And I just said my name was fucking Jono. I don't know what I said, I just made up some name. And then he just asked me, he's like, oh, are you studying hard? Are you studying really hard for year 12 so you can get into university? I'm like, mate, I'm already in university. The stop you got on was a university, Latrobe Uni. That's where fucking all the students on the bus are from. Uni. There's no high school students here. He's like, what? Are you serious? You better study hard for year 12. I'm like, mate, this is university. And he just wouldn't comprehend that I was already in university. And I was just trying to explain to him, like, I'm already in casual clothes. No way I could have gone home, got changed, and fucking back on the bus and all that shit. But yeah, he was a weird creature. And then he started asking me for the money, and I'm like, oh nah, what are you going to use the money for? He's just like, oh, just my bus ticket, just my bus ticket. I'm like, oh sure mate. And then you could see fucking in his pocket he had fucking all these cigarettes and shit, and you just knew like he was one of those typical people that just spent all of his money on cigarettes, alcohol, and most likely drugs as well. And so after I finally shook him off, he's just like, oh, nice to meet you, mate, my name's Steve. And then he went to shake my hand, like this, but when I went to shake his hand, I'm like, and he's like, oh, what the fuck is that? I'm just like, oh, that's how all the cool kids shake their hands. And she's like, oh, how does it go? And I'm just like, showed him again, and he was a little bit shocked, but then I convinced him to do the same handshake, so it was like me and him just fucking shaking our hands like this. It was pretty funny. Everybody on the back of the bus was just laughing and shit. But the real funny thing about it is that the next day I caught the same bus again, and I was at the back of the bus again, and this guy, when he was coming onto the bus, of course he didn't pay again, and the first person he went to, he'll speak to them for like 10-20 seconds, and then once the guy told him to fuck off pretty much, you saw him, he's like, went to shake his hand, and he fucking starts shaking his hand like this. So now every day I see this dude who fucking shakes his hand like I fucking told him to. It's the funniest thing. So every day, like if I want to have a good old laugh, I always catch that bus and I see the dude fucking shaking his hand like this. Oh, it's the best fucking shit. Anyway, see you later guys. Got some ghost stories coming up in the future, so stick around and subscribe. Thanks boys.